my dear Aries. This is a love reading prediction for the month of September with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this will be a love reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising sign and Venus, Vedic or tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this side is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. I usually read for the empath side of the story within this dynamic, but also remember that the other person holds up a mirror of your shadow. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. And if you want to watch the channel's readings in advance and ads free, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week and personal readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button or follow the link in the description box to learn more. I can also recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for August because that's the energy right now, and this will be the prediction for September. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot. When I open your deck here, I see the Page of Cups together with the Star card in the reversed. So this is someone that wants to reach out to you, make amends with you, make friends with you, or have love together with you, but they don't have much hope that this will actually happen, or that you would want them, but it's almost like they're standing on their knees here, asking you to love them. Okay, I call the Divine with Love and Light, and here we have Judgment in the reverse with the Star card. So I believe that they think that you will judge them very harshly, but they still want you. They can't help themselves. They might think that this is an illusion, or that this is like crazy from their point of view, that they shouldn't go after you or try to make you, love them or see them, or that they shouldn't try to reconcile with you because it's madness, because it's like a miracle that would never happen. Okay, I called for archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we can see the King of Cups together with the Judgment in the reverse. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they think that they are crazy or that this can never happen. They love you and they can't change that fact. So it's what it is. Okay. So 6 elements, 9 of Swords with the Judgment. So I think they are harassing themselves a little bit in their own mind. Like, why do you love this person still? You know they don't love you back. Why are you still hooked up on this person? It's never going to happen anyway. But the Judgment is the major arcana card for reconciliation, even if in this case it might be the Judgment Day, but it's really about old things standing up and coming back, or you get another chance of doing something. Okay, so 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Aries viewers. So I want my dear Aries to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. Also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay. So someone is want to ask someone else to be in a relationship with them. It's very sweet. Okay, so I'll just tune in for a few seconds here to you, the person most on your mind, and your relationship in September. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse together with the Lover. So it's a reconciliation of something that we all thought was dead, basically. Might be a return of a past love or something similar to that. And this is the old bottom of the deck. King of Wands, 8 of Wands. You might have told them that they were the devil, or that the relationship was not healthy or crazy, or that it shouldn't, you shouldn't be in a relationship anymore because of these reasons, like logic reasons. So that might be why this person is loving you but not hoping for getting your love in return. Okay, so this is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind, and this is the situation with that person. This is what's on their mind with you, your feelings towards them, the bond between you two, their feelings towards you. This is your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for September, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with the situation, and we have the Magician in the reversed. There's a person think that their old game doesn't work anymore, or they can't charm you in the way that they did before, or there's no use in communicating with you, and you don't believe them. You think them to be a trickster, and this is what's most on your mind. Page of Swords. You think that they are trying to be smart with you, or trying to outsmart you, or in some way trying to like revolt against you, being like a foolish rebel, you know, doing self-destructive things maybe, or lying, or saying things that's not really true, and that's putting them in a tricky situation, you know, when you lied and someone caught you in that lie, and here they still don't want to admit to the lie, and they still think that they are right, even if you logically have proved them to be wrong, kind of over and over and over again. So we'll see where it goes. This is what's on their mind with you. 7 of Wands, okay, in the reversed. You might not even try to communicate with them anymore. Before, maybe you stood up and told them, no, I don't want to deal with this crap no more. It's over, goodbye, have a nice life, and they are maybe stalking you a little bit as well. But here, maybe you don't even answer like their texts or their attempts to communicate anymore. So they think that you have given up on them and that you don't want this relationship anymore. I don't think, you probably feel like they are not particularly into you either, but you realize that they put a lot of effort into this situation, but that there's a negative effort. So it can be texting something that's not really smart, or not even nice, or maybe just trying to prove you wrong, or persuade you with something that you have already said no to. It's something like that, like a little bit complicated. Okay, so this is the bond between you two. 6 of Swords. Both people actually seem to want to solve this situation one way or the other, either being together with you or not being together. From your point of view then, 2 of Wands. I think that you have told them no very strongly, but you actually wait for them to come back and try better, you know, make a better attempt, or try more seriously, or show more effort. So we'll see. This is their emotions. The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So it shows a person that doesn't dare to make any actions because they are scared of you, and that you would say no to them. So it's like giving up because they already think that they know what's going to happen, that there's no use in putting in any effort here. But with the 6 of Swords here, it's connected to the Lover's card, so it shows that both of you wants to live in a healthy relationship and have healthy love. So whatever can get you there is what you want to do. But this person is with the black here. I definitely feel like they're still hung up on you, and they are unable to move forward, and they don't know why. Like logically, they should probably move away from this situation, but it's since it's the black here, it's their subconscious is keeping them hanging in this situation. This is your behaviors and attitudes, and we have a Four of Cups in the reversed. So you act as if what they are offering is not good enough, and it's probably isn't good enough. You want them to come with a better offer. In the same time, the Four of Cups is a pretty weak card when it comes in the reversed. So I think this person could kind of easily persuade you to try again against all logic, because yeah, you are denying them, but are you really putting all your heart into it? Are you really saying, you know, no for real? Or is it just an act because, you know, it's most sane to say no, because it has been like some kind of crazy ride here. This is their behaviors and attitudes, and we have a Two of Coins. They don't know what to do. They probably have tried in some way to reinstigate this relationship or make you soften up to them. 2-2 is also connected to the Judgment card that we saw. 2. It's about choices, making decisions, seeing things from above perspective, doing what's right. And they probably have tried, as I said, to approach you, but you have said no. But they still feel like they want you, so they don't know what to do from now on, because what they have done didn't work, and you are saying no. So they are not dropping the ball on you, but they don't know how to play this game from now on. Maybe you have made new rules. You have said that, no, I'm not going to take that you're doing this or doing this or doing that or that. And then it's not much left for them to play at, because all their usual tools, which might be lying, stealing, deceiving, manipulating, playing, things like this that you didn't appreciate. So they don't have other tools. They don't know how to approach you if you say no to all the false approaches that they do, because they don't know how to be maybe authentic and genuine, because they don't really know themselves. We have this darkness here, so it's like a shadow self that they need to maybe integrate together with, and so that they can become more authentic. It can be, for example, that they don't want to have their heart broken, so they are just playing games to look indestructible. Or it can be that they pretend like they are not in this together with you, that only you are in this relationship and they are not, you know, not that invested. And that's also to protect themselves. It can be a lot of different things, but mostly it comes down to, I think the person hasn't been genuine, and maybe it's because they don't even know their own feelings, because they are like in the darkness, in the shadow. So they might say, I don't love you, and that might be true from what they are aware of, but then when they are away from you, they almost die without you. And so they don't have connection to that part of them that could tell them how much they love you. And this is how much they love you. This the Empress, it's a very pure form of love, and it usually shows like the one for a person in the reading, like this is the one I want. And it has been very significant through this whole reading that this person wants you, but they can't seem to behave in a way to be able to get you or to charm you or to make you believe in them or trust them. So this person has a little bit of a problem, but they have a long road ahead where they need to start to become more authentic, say what they actually mean and stand for their words and be able to figure out what they are feeling. So they also need to find their heart. So it's a little bit complicated for this person. So I'll see what they would tell you if they dare to tell you the truth. I was scared of hurting you. Yes, I can feel that. They were scared of hurting you. They didn't want to go like all deep and heavy together with you, because they always felt like it was something wrong with them. Sorry, that there was something off with like their whole being and how they are in relationships. So they might have pulled away from you a little bit as almost saving you by pulling away from you. But it has to do with their like crappy sense of self here, and they feel like a monster. Okay, I'm hearing a song when I say that. I feel like a monster. So I will put that song in the description box. Might describe a little bit more why they were scared of hurting you. And I will never stop loving you. So even if they think that they are bad for you, they still want you. But they might feel like it's for selfish reasons and they should really let you go, since whatever they do, they seem to screw up anyways, and you don't appreciate them being this screw up. So if they can't stop screwing up, they would be better leaving you alone. I never felt like this before. I think you are calling them out on their BS a little bit, and it makes them closer to their own authentic self. So they're closer to their own authentic self now than they might have been for years or eons. And it's because you see right through them. You see who they are underneath this mask that they're trying to act as if they were this person, but they're not. And that's also what making you grumpy, because you want the authentic person that you fell in love with. You don't want the mask. You have no interest whatsoever dealing with their, you know, their cool attitude or who they would want to be or who they pretend that they are. You love them for who they are. At least you love them. This is you. I'm scared of showing vulnerability. Yeah, you don't want to show vulnerability in this relationship anymore because this person didn't show vulnerability. So you don't want to be the only one with an open heart and being authentic. It makes you feel very lonely. So that's why you have put up this little bit like a it's not really a boundary. It's more like some bouncy thing because okay, you're really saying no, but I think that it's made of like rubber in some way. It's very hard to get through, but in the same time you don't really mean it, the boundary. You would want to have this person. It's just that you don't think that it's a healthy relationship. Okay. So it's as solid as any castle wall with, you know, brick stones or big stones. It's just that it's not very solid. It's more bouncing like this, okay? So I was never good enough for you. I think you were good enough for this person, but they might have tried to drag you down to, you know, tell you that they are usually going out with people that's much more good looking or have much more money or bigger this or bigger that, or they might, whenever they were together with you, they might have flirted with other people, or they might have not really backed you up in front of their friends and family, things like this, or making you feel like an outcast or like you were not the ultimate prize. You were something that they gain in some stupid lottery they made, or like, oops, they were together with you. So I don't think that's how it really were, but I think that is how they wanted things to come across, because they have this need of not being seen as someone that can love even. I was scared of being used. I think this might have be a foundation fear with you, that you are scared of being used, and you might have tendencies to meet people that are players, users, abusers, people that make hit and run or are not solid or they don't stick around. And it kind of shows to your original wound. You are attracted towards people that's very likely to use and abuse you and to abandon you for some kind of trauma that you have. So that makes you fall in love with that type of person, because your subconscious, like the darkness that might be in you, wants to get healed. So it wants to be seen. So the best way to be seen is to be noticed, and it will be noticed. Like if it's a feeling of you have an abandonment issue, the best way for you to notice your abandonment issue is to be abandoned, so you can heal this issue. So your subconscious is probably making you fall in love with people that will abandon you or will use and abuse you or act at least as abusers. So how to deal with that? Well, start to work on your abandonment issue. Start to see it, stay with it. stay with the feeling of suspiciousness that someone will, you know, use you or fool you or, you know, do something to trick you or manipulate you. What would be the worst thing that could happen, and would you be able to deal with that worst thing? So it's all about having your own back, loving yourself through and through. And if someone else do some stupid shit towards you, it usually says more about them than it does about you. You can always fight yourself through it. You're Aries, for God's sake. So you can, you know, you can fight them, you know, till the morning comes, because that's the kind of stamina that you have. And so you're a warrior. You don't have to be scared of being used and abused. If you become used and abused, you will say no, and you will put boundaries, and you will show them that you are the last person on earth that they should mess with. So it's not really a problem. It's more that you're abandoning yourself, and maybe starts to believe that these people are right, that you are not worthy of love, or that you should be abandoned because there's something wrong with you. So start to love yourself, to build this foundation, and no one will ever be able to, you know, hurt you again. You won't let them. Like, they might hurt you or break your heart, but you're not going to stay with them. So you would leave them as soon as they did that. You just need to recognize your own strength and take better care of yourself. Oops. So what the divine wants to say about this relationship: give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Free yourself. I think it has to do with this. I was scared of being used. You have patterns too that might have, when we have certain issues, we will almost force the other person to become this what we fear the most. Let's say you're scared of someone that's aggressive and loud. So then you will probably fall in love with someone that's aggressive and loud, and you will work your whole life trying to make them less aggressive and loud. So if you could, you know, not be scared of people that's aggressive and loud, I think the problem would just go away. And this is a little bit what the divine says. The problem would just go away if you are not scared anymore, if you are not triggered anymore by the things that you were triggered by in the past. Okay. Swan Queen, transformation, intuition, patience. So this is a little bit like an advice card for you. 13. The Swan Queen glides your way and asks that you look at your reflection in the events of your life. She gives you the ability to see the beauty that has transformed your life from ignorance to wisdom. The Swan Queen lets you know that it's time to go within and seek the answers in your own intuition and in your own shadow. So, for example, seeking out the feeling of abandonment. Don't look outside yourself for answers now. The true power lies reflected in the still waters within you. Now is the moment to meditate and ask for a vision. The power of physic perception is inherent in you, and the Swan Queen will help you dive deep into your quarry to find the answers you seek. This is also a reminder to allow time to transform ideas into reality. Nothing happens overnight, so don't have any get it now ideas. This person is a long progress. You are a long progress as well. Stop doubting your inner voice. Don't let your analytical mind prevent you from seeing the miracles that Spirit have put in place for you. Okay, I will see a little bit like an advice about or for this other person, depending on who's watching. The Dragon's Duel, inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. It's easier to just be authentic. Then you don't have to have this inner battle between good and evil. Be the person that you are, and, you know, maybe learn by getting consequences. So there's... It's like this person has split themselves into two. One, the person that they would want to be and that they think would win the world. For example, this can be a very cool person that doesn't have feelings and don't care about other people's reaction and super tough. And the real person might be someone that's really empathic and, you know, romantic. So it's a dragon's duel. It's two pieces of this person is fighting each other. I was almost making a joke there that was not nice. The dragon duel takes place at the proverbial fork in the road. it's bugging me, this this joke, so I will say it. Okay, it's like 2 brain cells. That's the person only have 2 brain cells, and they are fighting with each other. That's of course not true. It's just a way to for the divine to show how unnecessary this is. Okay. Stupid joke. Okay. Ally and challenger at once, as it represents the tension of opposite. Even though the truth is that we live in unity, we experience the duality of faith and doubt, love and fear, right and wrong, black and white. This aspect of your current experience asks you to accept that although you may be going one way, another may call you to change direction. For example, this person have probably learned from family, friends, culture that they should be in this indestructible John Wayne kind of way, but it doesn't pay off, you know. The person that they love the most is saying no to them, even if they have locked themselves into a bouncy bounce castle, they still saying no. So it doesn't really work out for them. So another road may call you to change direction. Now is the time to inquire whether it's your ego or your soul leading you. If it's your ego, you're going lost. If it's your soul, that's better. There are always choices in life, like with the judgment that we saw and the two. Decision making also solves inner conflict. If you're torn between 2 dragons, the one that you choose to feed will be the one that wins. Which is it? If it's not the one that serves the highest of your intentions, deliberately feed the other one, and the duel will be won into your favor. I think this person has decided that it's not going to work out with you. They better give it up, but they can't, because their soul is still hooked on you and can't give you up. So therefore, they are kind of asked to choose again. So that's what I'm seeing. Choose again and choose better. Okay, you still have your free will though, but we are going to force you to choose what's right for your soul. Okay. I would urge you to watch your reading, Their True Thoughts and Feelings, in their True Thoughts and Feelings playlist. That will probably tell you more about this story, or the Reading Your Next Relationship from the Who's Coming Towards You playlist. If you want to exchange this person for someone new. You can also watch the next 3 months love prediction to get the longer perspective into October. On my first channel page, there's a playlist for your specific astrological sign with all the latest videos to watch. And if you want to watch the channel's readings in advance and ads free, you can become an extended member to this channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week, and personal readings for the full members. Subscribe and then check out the different levels through the join button, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. Thank you for watching and take really good care. Bye bye.